It's been a hot minute since the last video I made, but I've been busy recently. Holiday stuff coming up, and people just cram a lot of things in, especially with school. To try to get all the grades caught up before the semester ends. Um, mm, Almost finished with the chassis, as you can see there. Um, I tried my best. Uh, I think it turned out pretty good. And it's the underside of the car, so if there are imperfections, you ain't gonna see it. And if you do, unless you actually make the model and know what you're doing, or if you know how the truck looks and it's supposed to look, you wouldn't be able to tell. But yeah, one of my bigger problems was yeah the muffler and exhaust, only because it just points again. It just points to under the car ish. Kind of shows there that it attaches right there. But there are so many other parts, and so like right here, I couldn't quite tell if these two parts where they're supposed to go, what's supposed to go under what, and what's supposed to go over what. Um, Instructions weren't really clear, and there's not a lot of pictures defining, you know, what to do. It's only an exploded view, so options are limited. But yeah, besides the point, it's fine. I still have to add a couple more parts, including attaching the engine. Um, the tires, I think they went on pretty well. As you can see, they are pretty level. You know, maybe a bit wobbly, but yeah. One of my bigger concerns with the tire was that when they actually went into their designated positions, if while I was gluing, they would kind of glue two different parts and then be permanently fixed. I mean, not completely permanently fixed, but if I tried to fix it, some damage would happen. Um, and one of my bigger fears was if I tried actually moving the tires, they would twist and come off. Because it's not, I mean, it's strong, but it's not the strongest. It's a mild. It's supposed to hold up on a shelf. Uh, yeah, I can even feel it now. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. It's fixed, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep it on my shelf. Maybe for future models, I might watch out for that. But yeah, I think. Hmm. As far as the exhaust and muffler go, though, my thing is it goes just right there. Some of the bendier parts are gonna go right under the tire fixtures and the axle, and it'll kind of get a feel for it. Um, there's a little groove. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, right there. That backs up to it, and I think that kind of helps. But then again, right here, it's got two ports. where it's supposed to go. Yeah. These two ports right here, but they don't really go anywhere, you know? There's probably, when I put the engine on, it's not too terribly clear where they go. I can kind of ballpark it, you know, but we'll figure it out. Um, I've repainted the dash a brownish color. Here, let me go light out there. You know, I'm gonna make it look more like have more of a wood feel to it, you know. Make it look uh, what, you know, just a little nicer, you know. Because plastic, I don't think plastic was used too terribly much during the 70s. It was still mainly wood, but it was around that time that plastic was gonna be the main parts. I know for at least like what uh, station wagons had wood on the siding, I think, something like that. I know a couple cars had that, and they had wooden dashes around the time. I think around the 40s was kind of when they started that. Because, yeah, I guess in the 20s and 30s, and there might have been dashboards in the 30s, but I don't think in the 20s. I'm rambling. But no, I'm gonna attach this part of the axle setup to right here as it shows on the engine. Well, it should just sit in there nicely. But I just applied the wheels today. I want to let them sit. I think they're fine now. I think it's been a couple hours since I applied them, and the glue says wait 2 to 3 hours, so yeah, they should be fine to just stand up on their own. But it's Sunday night. I want to go to bed, you know? I'm tired. I've started painting the chair setup, you know? I'm gonna make it like a. I'm gonna have a brown trim, and then maybe have a brown trim up top here, but then in the middle and then down, I'm gonna have more of like a vanilla white, or like a brownish white color. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things I'm gonna plan for. I think aside from that, I'm gonna try to work on details. I'm gonna have some free time coming up here in a second, so I should be able to work on it. Oh, I have an idea, because I had a problem, but I have an idea for it. So, the way this is gonna work, right? Oh yeah, I painted the inside of this black too. The inside of the engine bay, black. So it's not looking all white and brownish and stuff. But the way it sets up the hood is just gonna glue right on there, and it's just gonna sit like that. I had some problems with this because, you know, the engine, it's not my best work, but I'm kind of proud of it, you know? I think it came out really well, and I want to be able to see stuff like that. So, here's one problem. Another problem is the tailgate, you know? It shows, yeah, shows right on the sides here a little groove for it, and then it's just gonna, there's another groove right there, and then with the two pieces it should be able to just pop right in there. Just like that. My issue with that, there's nothing to, like, there's no other grooves, so there's no groove on the side of this. There's a groove on the side to fit in the tailgate, but there's no other groove to keep the tailgate up, or at least I don't think that's gonna work out to be like that. My issue with that is, you know, maybe I want a tailgate up some days, maybe I want it down some days, you know, maybe I'll cut out some really thin plywood or something, or like particle board from Hobby Lobby or something, and make it look like, you know, it's carrying lumber, or maybe it's carrying tools, a couple welders. And again with the hood, you know, maybe I want people to see what the fine work I've done underneath. So I started thinking, and I thought, you know, maybe I could go into AutoCAD, make up something, but then I'd have to, you know, 3D, or I'd have to 3D model it. I'd have to actually buy a 3D printer. I don't actually own one. I have to buy film for it, set up the code process, um, wait a couple hours for these parts to come out, only to see if they'll work or not. And that's kind of an issue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to order some small magnets, you know? And then if I attach it to the inside of the hood, into right here on these upper parts of the engine bay, my hope is that it will just magnet on, you know? And so I can put it on, take it off. I wouldn't have to glue it on or tape it on for a day and then take it right off and have to worry about cleanup. The tailgate, I'm not quite too sure on. Because I don't know where it's gonna fit, you know. Yeah. That's what happens. So, see you guys next week.